Welcome to Mint Views. The subject we have today is the National Register of Citizens, the results of which were just put out over the weekend. As it turns out, about 1.9 million residents of Assam can't find their names on that list. Of course, they've been offered the option of appealing to a tribunal, and the final call will be taken by the system of tribunals and courts, figuring out whether or not their names actually deserve to be on the list or not. But where it goes from here, we're not very clear. Suneet, how do you think this is going to play out?
The good news is that, Aresh, that there's been no violence. In fact, the police seems to have sorted things out and worked on it for a while. There have been apprehensions, of course, that given the nature of the whole exercise, that there would be some reaction and violence. I think it's an unprecedented development because the sheer scale of the exclusion it puts India in a Guinness Book of Records, which is not probably flattering. And where we go from here is an unknown territory, because it's clear that these people will not go to Bangladesh or anywhere else for that matter within the country. Will they be citizens, sub-citizens? Is there space to look after them? What is the law and order situation that arises? That's one part. The second part is the political response that has come in. The BJP, for instance, is upset because a large number of the people who have been excluded are Hindus, and there are less number of Muslims that have been excluded, according to the numbers we've seen thus far. So there are concerns they're raising, and they're saying there needs to be a fresh look at it, which I don't see where the point comes into. It's already been 14 years in the making, and I don't see where the point is to do a fresh look. So we are actually in unknown territory.
Yeah, 6%. Is that too big a figure?
Even if one genuine citizen of this country is excluded from the list, then it is reason for us to revisit the whole process. You cannot have somebody who is a genuine citizen of India suddenly finding that after living all his life in this country, he is not part of the citizens list. That is the kind of mental trauma he would go through is unthinkable. So anyway, the greater point, the debate as to what we do with these people is a subsequent matter. The initial step should be, or the initial concern should be, whether we have created this list in the most accurate manner, which is not the case at this point of time.
Is it even possible to make an accurate list like this? This is a country with very, very poor standards of documentation, as we all know.
It's really not possible geographically as well as ethnically, such a diverse country, to have a foolproof system where you can actually enumerate and enlist your citizens accurately. But there's a bigger point here. The BJP is now probably demanding this nationwide NRC. What does it mean?
That's a good question. A nationwide NRC. Do we need a nationwide NRC? Is there a significant immigrant problem across the country, you think?
No, in fact, I have argued in the past that a nationwide NRC is a bad idea, because it would only apply to should only apply to a few states, if at all. That's a subject of debate. But it's interesting you should mention it, because while there has been a call for a nationwide NRC, in a recent report which I read post the release of the Assam NRC, a top BJP functionary was quoted by the Indian Express. It was an unnamed source saying that they are putting off the idea of a nationwide NRC.
We probably need a looser system with the tribunal process and everything, which actually errs on the side of compassion and insist on a humane system of how they will be treated.